Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Mid-Level Media channel, your hub for everything physical media and entertainment. I am Ken, and look, guys, Lionsgate is thinking they're back with this new John Wick Titans of Cult 4K Steelbook set. Look at this thing, guys. I did not expect this to be as nice as it is. So I am very, honored and happy to be able to show this one off to you guys, because Lionsgate actually contacted me last week, and they're like, Ken, do you want to show this off? And I said, of course. I like John Wick. I want to show this 4K edition off. And I actually don't have John Wick on 4K in the collection. I got the second one, I've got the third one, and I've got the fourth one in 4K, but I do not have the first one in 4K. And the added bonus to this 4K, guys, and we'll talk about it when I talk about the actual 4K visual quality here, because I did watch this 4K yesterday afternoon, but this 4K has Dolby Vision, and the previous John Wick 4Ks did not have Dolby Vision. So we're going to be talking about that here today as well. And of course, I'm going to be showing you everything that's in this freaking amazing package right here, guys. Lionsgate they really outdid themselves here. They really did. But before we get into it, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We talk about physical media on this channel, Blu-rays, 4Ks, owning the movies that you love, all that stuff there behind me every single day. If you like that kind of stuff, that kind of content, hit that subscribe button. Also hit the like button. And then comment down below, guys, what do you think of this new 4K edition from Lionsgate? It's going for $59.99 right now. I will link it down below, an Amazon link. It's a steep price. It really is. But at this point, guys, look, Disney's kind of set the bar, $65 for just a regular Steelbook. This is a big, box set edition right here with a really nice Steelbook inside. There's more to this than there is the, Disney Steelbooks and some of the other Steelbooks that are coming out for $55, $60. So I'd say all around, I'm not sitting here saying that $60 is a great price point for this, but I think it's in line with a lot of the other stuff that we're getting from boutique labels and things like that, as far as box set releases go. But, maybe this will go down in price in a couple weeks, so I could probably recommend that you maybe wait a little bit for it to go down in price. It's still in stock, and it's been out for, I think, over a week now as this video comes out. So, it might stay in stock for a little bit. They might lower the price down, so maybe wait a little bit to get this release right here. But look at this thing, guys. So freaking beautiful. But my thoughts on the movie John Wick, I just rewatched it yesterday. I actually rewatched it with my son because he's never seen the John Wick films. He just turned 14. So I'm like, you know what? It's time for the boy to watch John Wick. I'm like, come down here and watch John Wick, because I'm going to rewatch it on this 4K. And he came down, watched the movie, really enjoyed the movie. So now I'm trying to get him to watch the second one, the third one, the fourth one, watch all those together. But yeah, this movie, when it came out in 2014, I remember renting, I think, the Blu-ray. This is back before I was really into collecting Blu-rays and stuff like that. I had a nice DVD collection at this point in time, but I really wasn't actively buying a lot of physical media. But I remember renting the Blu-ray from Redbox, and the movie just blew me away, right from the beginning. I'm like, holy crap. I was expecting kind of a generic, Liam Neeson type action film, a Taken type movie, because that's the kind of stuff we were getting around that time, in 2014. But this movie just felt different. It felt raw and gritty, and the action was next level. The way that they, incorporated the action and with the gunplay was just different. So this movie felt different to me, and I was like, holy crap, that was freaking awesome. So of course, when the second one came out, I saw it immediately. The third one, I think I waited till the third one hit home video, but I saw that right away. The fourth one, I actually haven't seen that yet. I have had it on 4K for a year now. Been meaning to watch it. They're making the movies too long, though. That movie's 3 hours long. This is a nice 100-minute runtime. They're too long, but I love the first John Wick. I go back and forth all the time, because they definitely up the ante every film. They just do crazier and crazier stuff, and the action and the set piece moments get grander and grander. But there's something really special about this movie and how they set up Keanu as a character and the things that happen to him. The inciting incident that makes him go back into the business. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back. Just how they set everything up, how they kind of set up the world and kind of expand upon that and kind of build it throughout the movie. The characters, all the people that's in the first movie, Willem Dafoe, every time I go back and rewatch the first one, I forget that Willem Dafoe's in it. But the cast is amazing. The performances are amazing, but the actual action in the film, I'd say this might be the most well acted, maybe well written as well, action movie that I've ever seen, because a lot of action movies got really cheesy, lines and delivery, but this movie, like, you can take it seriously. Like, even when there's like ridiculous like action set piece stuff that's going on, it still feels grounded in reality, and it still feels realistic as well. So I love John Wick. I think it's such a great film, and to be honest, like, it might be my favorite of the franchise. I need to go back and watch the second and the third one. I need to watch the fourth one for the first time. But John Wick is an amazing action film with some of the best like hand-to-hand combat, gun action combat. There's explosions in this film as well. Like, this movie has it all. It's one of the best action films of the 2010s for sure. So there's something, and I also forget, like, when I go back, because I always think of the first John Wick as being like smaller in scale, but this movie's still grand. There's still a lot of great action, a lot of great set piece moments. It feels big in size and scope when you watch it. It's just that the second and the third one just took it to like ridiculous heights, but this is still like a big, grand action film in and of itself. But yeah, John Wick is an amazing film. Dare I say, a masterpiece of the action film genre. But getting into the 4K, and I'll talk about the 4K for a second before we get into unboxing this bad boy. The 4K quality here, look, I have not watched John Wick in 4K, but I can say this, with the added Dolby Vision, and you got that HDR that was present, I believe, in the first 4K. Oh my God, like, this was out of this world amazing. It's a 10-year-old film, but my God, like, did it look outstanding in 4K. But that Dolby Vision and how it enhances all of those colors, those club sequences, guys, in this film, with all of the different colored lights and the green lights on Keanu Reeves' face, like, all that stuff just looks so spectacular, but it has such a clean, sharp image to it. Like, it's one of the best, like, 4Ks, honestly, that I've ever seen, especially of a modern film. It looked so spectacular. So I think the 4K here, this is definitely, like, with this edition, this is the best that the movie has ever looked on home video, because it has the added Dolby Vision in there. Now, I do hope at some point Lionsgate releases a more affordable option with the Dolby Vision, because this is the first time they're adding in the Dolby Vision with this release. So you can only, like, you have to spend $60 if you want to get this edition with the Dolby Vision. I hope they release like a standard slipcover version or a standard Steelbook version at some point. I'm sure that they will. They've released the John Wick films like 15,000 times on physical media. So I'm sure they'll release a standalone with the Dolby Vision at some point that's a little bit cheaper, a little bit more affordable. But right now, if you want to see John Wick the best possible way, if you want to watch it in the best possible picture quality, you got to get this box set release right here from Lionsgate. But I cannot overstate just how amazing like this looked on 4K. It is spectacular. The image is so freaking crystal clear and so sharp. Like, I loved watching this on 4K. We'll talk about the sound for a second. This does have Dolby Atmos as well. Sounded fantastic. Now, I don't have that full setup. I've got the soundbar that kind of simulates the Dolby Atmos and everything like that. But it sounds so freaking good. I had this turned all the way up. Like I said, my son was down there. We were watching it together. All the gunfire, the bullets, the explosions, the rainfall, the club music, the soundtrack, like, everything is amazing, like, sound-wise in this movie, and you could just hear it like enhanced so much with that Dolby Atmos. So the sound-wise, guys, look, if you got that full setup, like, you're going to be extremely happy with this. And I think that John Wick has had Dolby Atmos before. They're not advertising that's the first time with this release right here, so I don't think that that's new, but it sounded spectacular. Now, getting into the unboxing, guys, look at the artwork on this. It is freaking stunning right here. Now, they are, you know, making Keanu Reeves, I think, look just a little bit more jacked up than he does in the movie. He looks jacked in the movie, but like, Keanu Reeves isn't like huge in real life, but he looks pretty muscle bound right there. But you got Keanu Reeves right there. You got some nice spot glossing right there with the water coming down on him as he's taking that shower. Then you got John Wick at the bottom. Flip it on the side. I'm going to try to make sure this focuses, guys. You do got John Wick on the spine. You got Titans of Cult right there. I haven't gotten a lot of Titans of Cult Steelbooks in the collection. This might be my first one, to be honest, but I know they've done a lot of stuff in the past. But this is just a spectacular release. On the other side, it just has John Wick as well. And I'll show you the back. It's got the drain from the shower, the blood going down it. So really awesome stuff. I love that green aesthetic. I wasn't sure how this looked when I first saw it, but like, it really looks spectacular in person. And this is, I thought this was maybe like a magnetic case, but it's not, kind of like a VSU or something from Vinegar Syndrome. But it's more like you just kind of you know, slip this piece out and it comes out. So, but kind of similar to the VSU packaging a little bit. Right on top, when you open this up, it is the Steelbook. So watch out. I think I hit my mic. Watch out when you first open this up, because if you open it up and you have it tilted in any way, that Steelbook could like come straight out on you and fall, and that's not what you want. So that's just a little tip right there, because it almost happened to me. But let me show you the Steelbook. Nice image on the front of the Steelbook of John Wick. You got the spine right there. Having a lot of trouble focusing, guys. I think that's the Titan Occult emblem on the side. And then, of course, you got his puppy on the back. I'm not going to talk about the puppy, okay? I don't want to cry right now. Let me open this up. You do have a digital code inside, and you do have some really nice disc art on the inside as well, which is really cool. And this does have a Blu-ray, and it has a 4K. And there are some special features. I think there's special features on both the 4K and the Blu-ray here. And let's see. I'm going to try to show you all the interior of this. So that's pretty damn awesome. You got all the guns and the bullets right there. It's kind of like his briefcase when he opens it up. And then I'll take the art cards out. We'll show off the cards right here. Slip this off. Art cards, guys. They're everywhere these days. Everybody's doing art cards. Look at that. Oh my goodness, you got the puppy dog in the car. Why are you doing that to me? Oh, I hate that guy. Freaking, what was his name? Theon? Theon from Game of Thrones is in this movie. I always forget he's the villain too when I watch it. But he's a great actor, though. I loved him on Game of Thrones. I needed to see him do more stuff because he's also great in this movie. And then on the inside, you've got the gold coin. I'm not going to get this stuff out. And then you got this little glass piece right here, this little collectible glass piece, which is pretty cool. So they really, you know, went out of their way to make this feel a little bit more premium, a little bit more collectible. So I got to give it to them for that. Like I said, it's a hefty price tag of $59.99, but at least they, you know, make this feel like prestigious as far as like the packaging and everything. And like I said, I expect that the price will go down at some point. But yeah, guys, that's it. That's the Titans of Cult John Wick 4K edition right there. I'm super happy to have this one in the collection. Like I said, John Wick has never, ever looked better on home video before. Like, this looks spectacular in 4K. So thank y'all so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on those bell notifications for all future videos, and follow me on all my social media accounts. Those links are down below in the description, and we'll see you next time.